All right, y'all, we are back with another video, and man, say it ain't so. Shout out to Benny for always keeping us updated with everything. And I seen this title, and I said, I definitely need to check this one out, man, because it said that Tucker Carlson destroys the RNC as worthless. We already know Ronna Mcdaniel needs to go. I don't see how that woman ain't fired. Vivek already done called her out at that GOP debate, and she needs to be gone. I don't see how this woman is still in power, because you got a lot of people say they ain't even donating no more until she's gone. So I really don't see how she's still there, but she definitely needs to be gone. But it said Tucker Carlson destroys the RNC as worthless, and he announces to plan his own GOP debate. That will be monumental, boy. That will be huge if Tucker Carlson was to do that. So like I said, I definitely need to check that out right there. But like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. I also want to thank everybody that clicked on this video for the very first time. And shout out to the one that always watches the entire video. I really, really appreciate it, because when you watch the entire video, YouTube will share it so more people can see my reaction, and that right there is where it helped the channel grow. So I appreciate everybody that comes right in here, hit that like button, and watches the entire video, because like I said, it really, really helps the channel out. And without further ado, let's dive straight into this. Let's see exactly what Tucker had to say. Let's go.
I don't know what to say.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. I'm not a huge sports fan, but I do understand that it sucks to lose, and it certainly sucks to lose to your sworn enemy, your sworn opponent. It certainly sucks to lose when you believe you have the better team and the better messaging and the better morals, right? Isn't that what we have if we are conservatives? Isn't that what we should aspire to? Shouldn't you aspire to win elections? Isn't that the freaking point? But apparently not for some people like Ronna Mcdaniel, who is the RNC chairwoman, who is simply there to effectively destroy the Republican Party from the inside, much like her uncle Mitt Romney has done in his little tenure. RNC chairwoman Ronna Mcdaniel should never be allowed to be the head of the party. She is a corrupt and delinquent and absolutely incompetent official, and she has done horrible things for the Republican Party. Now, we have a historically unpopular president. We have a historically unpopular series of Democrat legislative accomplishments in the country, like open borders and collapsing our economy. And so the RNC should be rolling in it. Yet Ronna Mcdaniel has no money. This according to Newsweek. Alarm bells are rattling the Republican National Committee as the party's finances take a hit ahead of the 2024 election. That's the wrong direction. Ronna Mcdaniel's leadership has led to the Republican Party having about $9 million cash on hand, the lowest amount for the committee in any commission report since February 2015.
Wow.
Democrats, on the other hand, have $17 million, double that, even though Democrats are down by double digits in the polls, even though Democrats are facing historically unpopular headwinds. Ronna Mcdaniel is an incompetent. Now, in our spaces on X with Tucker Carlson this week, we actually asked Tucker about the RNC and about elections. The reason why is because Vivek Ramaswamy said that Tucker Carlson should be moderating a debate for Republicans, and not, of course, the Russia collusion hoaxer hacks who believed Donald Trump's PP tape dossier that the RNC selects, like people at NBC or CNN. Tucker Carlson had this to say about the RNC, and it went so hard that even I was quite shocked. The question asked, of course, by the great executive producer for our show, ALX.
ALX, the mic is yours, man.
Yeah, so Vivek Ramaswamy last month asked at the RNC debate, he proposed that you, Elon Musk, and Joe Rogan run a debate instead of who the RNC pick, the Russiagate pushers and everyone. Would you be open to such a debate?
Oh, gosh, of course I would. Of course I would. Yeah, that sounds fun as hell. I absolutely would. I mean, it would, I think, have to be outside the RNC's jurisdiction, and that would be good. I mean, by the way, if any, I don't know how many people are on this call, but if anyone present can see a purpose for the RNC to continue to exist, just shoot me a text, because I'd love to. The RNC is like NATO. It has no reason for being. It only consumes resources and says annoying things and breaks things. But there's sort of no reason to have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Brian?
For sure.
There's no reason to have it, which is exactly what Vivek said on the RNC stage. This is what sort of started this entire line of questioning. Vivek Ramaswamy saying that Ronna needs to resign and that Tucker Carlson needs to be hosting these debates instead of Kristen Welker, Russian collusion hoaxer. This is what Tucker Carlson was responding to.
Let me turn to you. Please make your case. Why should you be the nominee and not the former president?
I think there's something deeper going on in the Republican Party here, and I am upset about what happened last night. We've become a party of losers at the end of the day. There's a cancer in the Republican establishment. Let's speak the truth. I mean, since Ronna Mcdaniel took over as chairwoman of the RNC in 2017, we have lost 2018, 2020, 2022, no red wave that never came. We got trounced last night in 2023. And I think that we have to have accountability in our party. For that matter, Ron, if you want to come on stage tonight, you want to look the GOP voters in the eye and tell them you resign, I will yield my time to you. And frankly, look, the people there cheering for losing in the Republican Party. Think about who's moderating this debate. This should be Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan, and Elon Musk. We'd have 10 times the viewership, asking questions that GOP primary voters actually care about and bringing more people into our party. You think the Democrats, and we've got Kristen Welker here, you think the Democrats would actually hire Greg Gutfeld to host a Democratic debate? They wouldn't do it. And so the fact of the matter is, I mean, Kristen, I'm going to use this time because this is actually about you in the media and the corrupt media establishment. Ask you, the Trump-Russia collusion hoax that you pushed on this network for years, was that real or was that Hillary Clinton made-up disinformation? Answer the question. Go.
Mr. Rosen.
This is how we get our country back.
Yeah, baby. Okay. Yes. This is the energy. Of course, that is.
Boy, Vivek went off. I remember that like it was yesterday, and all Christian can do is just smirk. Couldn't say nothing. And Vivek been saying it for the longest that Ronna Mcdaniel needs to go because the Republicans are constantly losing and lost again this year. He said this woman needs to be fired. I've seen it all over everybody comment section that has something to say about Ronna Mcdaniel. Says she needs to go. I can't see how she's still in power because she's just messing up everything. If y'all remember my video about 3 days ago, she literally took up 2 more interviews with CNN. And I'm like, why did she do that? Why did Ronna Mcdaniel take up 2 more interviews with CNN just so you can go over there and all they gonna do is just keep talking bad about Trump? Like, it just don't make sense. It's as if she's working with them or something. You knowing they're going to talk about Trump. You know that. But yeah, she took 2 more interviews. And that, like I said, that right there is just ridiculous. But let's get back to it.
The most fire opening statement of any debate ever. This is the energy that Trump wants. I'm not saying that Vivek Ramaswamy will be selected as the VP slot. In fact, according to Axios, Tucker Carlson is the person who is wanted by Melania Trump to become the vice president for Donald Trump. Here in the Axios full report on what a second Donald Trump administration will look like. Here's an interesting twist. Melania Trump is an advocate for picking Tucker Carlson, the booted Fox News star. She thinks that Carlson would make a powerful onstage extension of her husband. Source close to Trump told us the former First Lady has made a few campaign appearances this time around, but Trump-Carlson ticket might encourage her to hit the trail. We asked Tucker about this. His thoughts.
Here we go. Tucker, I'm sitting here looking at an article right now from Axios. And this article says that Melania Trump wants you to be the vice presidential candidate for Donald Trump with Donald Trump in 2024. What do you say to Melania Trump?
Well, she hasn't texted me that, and it's in, a publication published in Washington. So I'm gonna kind of reserve judgment on that. Obviously, I'm flattered if it's true. I like Melania. I don't really know her, but she's Eastern European, so that suggests we have exactly the same attitudes about everything. So I'm flattered.
Shout out to Carlson, man.
Would bring great change, I think, to Washington, to the RNC, which of course he would be de facto in charge of then, right, as the vice president. I mean, the president is if you're a Republican president, that's effectively the person running the RNC. And so, wow. Would Tucker Carlson have these kind of decision-making capabilities? Ronna.
And look at this right here what Benny wrote on his Twitter or X, whatever we want to call it. No pushback from Christian Welker after Ronna Mcdaniel tries to claim success in last week's abysmal performance by Republicans. Then she thanks Ronna for letting her host a debate. The RNC is addicted to losing. And that just seemed like that's just what it is. And that's what Vivek was calling out. Like, it's Ronna Mcdaniel just don't care. Like, that right there really just stunned everybody when she decided just a couple weeks ago just to take up 2 more interviews with CNN just so they can keep slandering Trump, talking about this, talking about that. And at this point, it seemed like Ronna Mcdaniel just don't care. It's like she ain't even for the Republicans. So it seemed like it makes sense why they losing because of her. So that's why she needs to go. Even Vivek said, I yield the rest of my time for you to come up here on this stage and say you resign. You can have the rest of my time. We just want you gone. And let's just say Ronna Mcdaniel get fired. Who do y'all think could replace her? Let me know down below in the comment section.
McDaniel asking Kristen Welker to moderate the GOP debate. The GOP debate was an absolute nightmare. It had the lowest ratings of any debate ever. The RNC is without money. And yet, here is Ronna Mcdaniel running to meet the press, to sit here with Kristen Welker and giggle and try and claim that Republicans have had successes based on the abysmal performances. Democrats love Ronna Mcdaniel. Tucker Carlson is right. The RNC is worthless. It's all one Leviathan, says Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek Ramaswamy does not regret zinging RNC chairwoman Ronna Mcdaniel. Accurate, because she sucks at her job. She sucks. I mean, truly. She's not good at this. Nope. She's a Romney, of course, in politics. So, of course she isn't good at this. Ronna Mcdaniel fawns over NBC hack Kristen Welker and tells her that she met the moment after the debate. Why is the RNC chair sucking up to the corporate media? This is why we lose and why we need new leadership. It's so humiliating. It's so degrading.
It is.
Ronna Mcdaniel, after CNN lays out serious losses, of course we want to win. Look at the RNC, and I'm proud of what we're doing. See, like, this is, again, she's a fifth column. She's a fifth column. When facing something other than Kristen Welker and her, like, locked in a romantic embrace, when facing actual real questioning, well, it's an absolute train wreck for Ronna Mcdaniel. Ronna Mcdaniel went on Fox News and actually had to hear from Laura Ingraham, who brought real reporting to bear about the RNC withholding resources from must-win races for Republicans. And Ronna Mcdaniel was just an absolute and total dumpster fire nightmare, flaming, smoldering wreckage. Oh, man.
I should have
It's just
known.
like the most painful interview you'll ever watch. Here you go.
All right, joining me now, Ronna Mcdaniel, chairwoman of the Republican National Committee. Ronna, thanks so much for being with us. Vivek and others are saying that under your leadership, Republicans have lost election after election, and positing the question, why should you retain your job given the track record of the party under your leadership? And to that, what do you say?
Well, first, I'm going to continue to focus on Joe Biden and Democrats. And I think there was a moment missed during that debate by Vivek to talk about the fact that we still have 13 American hostages in Israel. The fact that for the first time ever in the history of either party, we had a Jewish co-sponsor for a debate, and we are in very perilous times in our country. And I do think Republican voters, and I hear this echoed all the time, are tired of the circular firing squad within our party, and they're saying, can we please talk about Joe Biden and the Democrats and the border and fentanyl and crime and what's happening to our kids and inflation. But I'll definitely defend my record as chair. Listen,
yeah, I mean, Ronna, I agree with you. Let me just say, I mean, all that you just said, I couldn't agree with more. But and you're right. I mean, obviously that should be a key focus. But I know you believe in accountability. You talk about it all the time. I mean, everyone. I mean, I'm accountable. So you're right.
Some accountability.
Okay, that's what I asked you, and you went into another.
Yeah, but I was going to go there. Sorry, I took too long.
That's exactly what she did. Like, answer the question about what Vivek just said. She went there talking about something else about Joe Biden and this and that. That ain't what she just asked you. She wants you to answer the question. And see that she didn't let her get away with that either. Look at this. She went in a whole nother direction.
That should be a key focus, but I know you believe in accountability. You talk about it all the time. I mean, everyone. I mean, I'm accountable.
So
you're right.
Some
Okay,
accountability.
that's what I asked you, and you went into another, another
Yeah, I was going to go there. Sorry, I took too long on the answer, but I was getting there. I'm not trying to avoid anything. Let me promise you that, Laura. Listen, when Vivek didn't vote in 2016, I was leading Michigan to the first win in history in 30 years. In 2018, we defied the odds. We got 3 senators, people like Josh Hawley, that allowed President Trump to build the largest conservative majority on the Supreme Court. In 2022, the RNC, which is a turnout machine, right? We're not the messengers. We don't create the messages for the campaigns. Those are the consultants who get very well paid.
Well, one of the things, though, Ronna, that happened was, I think in Virginia, people were wondering where the money was, whether they were going to get some help from the RNC. And I know at one point you said that you were not asked for money in Virginia, but a source, a Republican source familiar with the Youngkin team in Virginia told The Angle late tonight that is false.
You see, the thing about it is Laura ain't letting her get away with nothing. Laura bringing the facts.
And meaning your story keeps changing. Anyone who thinks Virginia Republicans wouldn't want help when we knew we'd be outspent isn't being serious. You know, Ronna, they were outspent by $8 million.
Glenn Youngkin did a phenomenal job, and he raised a lot of money. A lot of people don't understand fundraising. I can't raise state dollars. I don't get unlimited convention and state dollars. And these were state House and state Senate races. The RNC is a federal committee. So, I mean, come on. Can you just, these are people who've come after me all the time. They're on Twitter. They're all the time. And let's see their results. What did they do in Virginia? How much money did they give? But let me stand by something else. In 2022, we took back the House. And the RNC is part of that. We're building the road. And we're launching Bank Your Vote. We've got to do that.
Ronna, we got to roll, but thank you for joining us tonight. We have a lot more to get to next.
Remove Ronna Mcdaniel. Be done with this entire embarrassing charade. It's a Black Sabbath on our party. It's time for real leadership. What can we do to help? It's your boy Benny. Like, share.
Shout out to Benny. See, even Laura wasn't trying to hear that because it's like she asking her. See, this is the thing where Ronna messed up her time is that Laura was asking her a question about Vivek. She went on another whole tirade about something else, bringing up Joe Biden. He ain't talking about that. He said, "What you think about what?" She said, "What you think about what Vivek did?" And she killed almost all her time talking about Joe Biden and other stuff. Like, come on. She kept trying to run from it. Oh, hold on. I'm going to get to it. I wasn't running away from yes, you did. Because you supposed to be answered it straight out when she asked you about what you think about what Vivek said. It's like, come on, man. She and you see the reason why everybody want her gone. Everybody want her fired. But, man, Ronna Mcdaniel got to go. She is just destroying the Republican Party and still giggling with Christian Welker. Know what she done said about Donald Trump. So it's just, come on, man. But like I said, y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about it. Shout out to everybody that watched the entire video. Really, really appreciate it. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.